We actually got the guy we wanted to begin with. I think with Sam, he can win 10, 11 games.
Our sleepless nights is over. We found our quarterback, baby.
What's up, Bayou family? It's your man, Tyrann Mathieu, coming with my guy, Tyrell McCall. Welcome to In the Bayou, presented by FanDuel. We got a loaded show today. Going to talk transfer portal, problems with NFL healthcare as far as retired players go, and then Zion is always in the rumor mill for something. So we're gonna touch on that. And speaking of fans, I know your son's birthday was a couple of days ago.
Yep, this week.
What y'all get into?
Man, bro, nowadays the kids, the only thing they want to do is go to the jump parks. So I say, hey, y'all go 90 minutes. Y'all go ahead, have a blast. I'm gonna watch y'all go up and down for an hour and a half.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we did that, man. He's 7, bro. He just turned 7, and he likes seafood.
That's good, man. Yeah,
he want to go to Fire Crab and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, we definitely took him to Fire Crab, man, and he enjoyed himself. Got him another video game.
Yeah, I got you.
So you know how that go. As always, the kids love. Oh man, the video game.
Yeah, we happy to get this show started. I just want to remind everybody, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Share this, post this. Leave it in the comments section. We're really looking forward to just hearing you guys' perspective. And so we're gonna get right into it, man. Obviously, LSU, Lane Kiffin, one of the big question marks. Although I feel like they have a few of them, but one of the biggest question marks was what were we gonna do at the quarterback position? It was a few names, being thrown around the last, week or so. But I think we actually got the guy we wanted to begin with.
Yeah.
And so I know it didn't quite work out like that. Cause we was, some people were saying we was recruiting a kid from Washington.
Yeah.
While he was on campus.
Right.
So I'm not sure how, Sam took that, but he left campus without a deal.
Right.
And so I think that kid from Washington ended up going back to Washington.
Yep.
And so kind of left the door, open with us, with Sam Leavitt. And then a couple of days ago, they get the dude, guy Leighton Clark from Elon, who, I saw one highlight. He threw the ball 80 yards in the air.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's all right. You know what I mean? But I think with Sam, I think he was the quarterback that sort of Lane Kiffin needs, because it's not just about throwing the football. I think with Lane offense, you got to have a quarterback that can use his legs.
Yeah.
And so that just becomes another element. It becomes harder to kind of stop teams and even scheme and game plan when you got Lamar Jackson back there, prime Russell Wilson, dudes that could kind of use their legs. And really get the offenses out of a bad situation. So, listen, I'm looking forward to it. I think the whole state is, really ready to kind of rally behind, because we saw what it did with Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
So, being able to get a veteran, quarterback, a guy that's played, that got some experience, and then kind of partnering them with the LSU brand. We've seen it work.
Yeah.
A few times, in the last 10 years. But obviously, it's, can we win a championship with this guy?
Right.
And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that the most.
Sam is 6'2", 210, big guy. So, I think Lane can put something together with him for sure, bro. But our sleepless nights is over. It's over. We found our quarterback, baby. We finally found our quarterback, because, every night you're checking your phone, hoping we didn't get him. Okay, now it was turning into, well, who are we going to have at quarterback?
Yeah, it could
And now, I mean, yeah.
It could have definitely been a lot worse, I would say. And I said that to begin with. I said, man, I thought Lane Kiffin was a great hire if he was able to get the quarterback that he wanted.
Yeah.
And so
Definitely
it's no excuses. I think it's going to be high expectations from the get go.
Yeah,
like you're not playing a true freshman
Right.
here.
Right.
Like you're playing a guy with some experience.
Definitely.
Really good athlete, and a guy that can throw the football. So we looking forward to that. In regards to, I mean, obviously his ceiling is, we hope that he could kind of replicate what Joe Burrow did, right?
Sure.
But I think even from just the basic level, I believe he can win 10, 11 games.
Yeah, for sure, especially with Lane. Yeah.
With Lane, and then obviously with our defense too, which I think that's probably the most underrated, or people that's not really putting expectations on that. But we kind of returning a really good defense.
A lot of those guys,
a lot of our
back.
coaches, a lot of players. So whoever's on the offensive side of the ball, I think they're gonna appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how it all come together.
I think it's gonna be great, bro. I think it's gonna be great. I just can't wait to see it, because I know the mastermind that Lane is, and Leavitt, he can sling it, with our athletes down here. Bro, if we get a decent quarterback anywhere on any team in Louisiana, they can do something, because we have some of the greatest athletes. Period. But yeah, the other guys they added, I mean, we hoping it'd be a factor, but that's what coaching play a part at, So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I think defensively, I think we were able to recruit and kind of retain, or even go on the portal and get some really good players because of the way we played defense the last few years. And then offensively, man, it's like we used to having guys that can change the game. So whether that be running backs or wide receivers. And so, like, did we get enough of those guys? I think that's the next
step.
Because we're talking about Sam, and, we're putting all these expectations on him, but
what do you have to work with? Yeah.
What does he have to work with? Yeah. Like, he's going to need to have, like, some dudes out there that can make him right.
Right.
So, I'm looking forward to how it all comes together.
Man, look, another big transfer, Dylan Raiola, bro. He committed to Oregon, and I was like, well, I know he was one of the guys that was still left, out there, and I was like, well, shit, I don't know how that would look, but I mean, we got our guy, but he's going to Oregon. I think that's gonna be a good look for him, bro.
Yeah, I think that's a great look, actually, and probably signals that Dante Moore probably.
Yeah, he probably out.
Headed to the draft.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I like the kid. I thought he played well, but man, you got to be able to do it in those big games, those big spots.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully he's able to kind of do that at the next level.
Hey, bro, he always imitating Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like, and I get it, because I feel like, I mean, if you want to be great, some way, shape, or form, you're going to imitate the great.
Yeah, I don't see no problem with
Me
that.
neither. Like, I see a lot of people tweeting this. They just, I mean,
those people never played
hating,
football.
But
they never played football.
Yeah,
they don't understand what's going on. They can't even get into the mind of
somebody who's trying to be great.
So
literally,
Kobe did it. Michael Jordan. I mean, so many players.
Yeah,
like look up to. Yeah. I was inspired by Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed.
Right.
So, I wanted to emulate those guys. Right. I wanted to drink what they drunk. I wanted to do what they do.
Yeah.
And so,
use a little head and shoulders and shit, So.
Yeah, some people, man, they just find any reason to just knock people. You gotta remember these kids, man.
Yeah, these kids.
These 18, 19-year-olds. So, like, let them dudes be whoever they want to be. You know what I mean?
So I'm pretty sure you would be cool with somebody like just taking a page out your book with the hair.
They did.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
One of the most famous football players in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, Odell Beckham, right? I mean, I say this respectfully, but you know that whole style,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
was I created that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so and I felt proud. I was never mad at him for
Right. Yeah.
you know doing the blind mohawk and
Right,
you know
right.
all that because I
Thanks.
knew it was like I knew it was a compliment
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
You know, so but I can
Real
see how
talk.
some dudes kind of try to spin it in their head
Yeah,
and make
yeah,
it you know
yeah.
seem you know negative, but it never really bothered me
Right.
at all, to be honest.
Man, they probably would be calling themselves the Sour Badger.
What is that? What exactly is that?
Oh,
A
shit,
sour
bro.
badger?
Man, that's crazy, bro. But what about Tyrann Williams, bro? You know, he decided to return to Washington, even though he flirted. You know, kind of thought people, oh, shit, he might be committing.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in that locker room, I mean, obviously he's gonna have to get in front of the team and kind of you know sort of apologize, right? But yeah, I do think that has the potential to just kind of like derail a locker room.
Yeah, just like
You know,
just can't get with him. You know what I'm saying? Like just can't trust him or something. You know, like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just gotta, you know, I mean, it's sticky situations, you know, for a lot of these kids, man. And the truth is, they're just trying to make the best decision for them and their family.
Business, for sure.
You know, I like I said, I continue to say, I blame a lot of this on just the NCAA and just sort of the culture that they, you know, created. You know, I don't even know why they got multiple transfer portal windows. I feel like it should really just be one. You know. But yeah, man, like they got a lot of stuff just
Fix.
you know, it's just all bad. It's wild, wild west.
Sure, it really is. Literally.
Before you do anything else, make sure you subscribe to In the Bayou podcast if you haven't already. Now let's get into it. So today, man, I wanted to get into a topic I feel like I'm qualified to talk about since I'm retired, and really, you know, that's healthcare, right? And you know, so you know, once you retire, you have like this five-year window to you know, sort of use the same healthcare that you've been using when you was playing. And for me, man, you know, I mean, I'm one of those guys. I played 10 years in the league, right? And so I never really thought about healthcare my entire career up until I retired. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, I got 5 kids, and you know, like you just wonder like what all that like sort of looks like. And I feel like some guys too, they just in different situations. Like some dudes ain't even make the money that you made. Right. You know, so I just think, you know, and then too with a lot of these injuries, man, right? Like so I tore my ACL, shoulder, thumb, right? And you don't always feel that in the first 5 years when you retired. Like some of these ailments start to come like in your 40s, in your 50s, right? But by that point, like, you know, we don't necessarily have that same healthcare that we once had. So I don't know if the NFL should or the NFLPA, you know, like do it in like sort of like a tier system, right? Like, you know, if you played 10 plus years, right? Like you should be qualified for lifetime healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know the you know, the career window is, you know, really 3-4 years. Right. Yeah. But yeah, like what do you, from the outside looking in, obviously I played, but like as a fan, like how do you look at that? Because they preach player safety, right? Like, but you know, some circumstances, sometimes like you could clearly see that that they're not necessarily.
They don't really care. I mean, they care, but they don't really care. I mean, you know, but guys that lay their body on the line, you know, not only for their family, but for these organizations as well. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen that with like promising players such as like Ron Shazier, you know, with such a severe injury like that. Now, we not sure if he got all his money. They gave him half his money or whatever the case may be, but he can't play anymore to make any more money.
Yeah.
So, you kind of wonder sometimes, like, will that guy receive lifetime health care? He didn't play 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, you kind of wonder, you think about some things like that, because a lot of these guys get put in those situations. And like you said, you haven't really thought about it until, like, I'm almost done. Okay, well, now I could think about that, because a lot of times some of these guys is making enough and some of them not.
Yeah, I mean, I've been coached by players. I mean, I've been coached by guys that played in the league, and I remember one of my coaches in particular. He played like in the late '80s, '90s, and I mean, his body is beat up, right? And I mean, from the way he walks, and even getting up out of a seat, it's like this grunting, and
You
know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
cracking all over.
yeah, I mean, that's the dudes I'd be worried about, like dudes that like have those real injuries, man. Like injuries that sort of affect the way they play with their grandkids and their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, you just wish that that they cared a little more about the longevity of a person.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say this because it's almost like like when our veterans go fight for us, right?
Yeah.
And then they come back home and it's like they're not coming back with like perks. Like, yeah, maybe they can get on the plane first, but a lot of those dudes is like they stuck. They don't know what to do.
Right. Yeah. Trying to figure shit out.
So
but yeah, man, I think they can in the next negotiations, tend to that, you know what I'm saying? Because we always hollering about player safety, but like I say, once you retire, I mean,
I think
what's in it after?
Everybody's so worried about the money, right? So I feel like topics like that, it's gonna continue to kind of get pushed to the back of the line, basically, because guaranteed contracts. I mean, there's just so many things that people are trying to get done that you sort of forget,
right?
Like we haven't really gotten better without healthcare. Yeah, dudes is making more money, right? Like, it's definitely a popular sport. But yeah, I feel like healthcare is still sort of
it's kind of like
bottom tier. Like people not really, they don't really talk about it. So.
Man, so now you retired. Like, what they relayed to you, like how your insurance works, like.
I mean, they well, so NFLPA, they're gonna reach out to you, right? I think like I was retired, they probably reached out to me and really just like sort of generic and basic. Hey, if you need this, if you need that, give us a call. And I mean that was pretty much it. I don't, so yeah, I mean that was it is what it is, I guess.
Man, so like have you heard like any stories, like any guys ever told you like they was like trying to do this or trying to get that done, or maybe go to the dentist or something, and they was like,
well, so one of my coaches, I can't remember if he had like a knee replacement, hip replacement, something, but it was like a couple $100,000. Yeah, and he didn't have it.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, he's just forced to kind of walk around with a limp, and so I mean, it's a dude that played 13 years in the league.
So basically, you saying you can play however you want in the league. You better make sure you got all your limbs intact when you walk away.
I mean,
buddy.
most people, most dudes gonna be banged up, bro. Like most of us think we gonna have some sort of ankle, shoulder, hip.
Yeah. Man, I seen
neck.
I seen a picture of that boy Jordan Poyer. I believe that was like his shoulder was like
just permanently broke. Yeah, I mean that's real. I could pop both of my shoulders right now, in and out. I could do it with my ankles, my knees. Like, yeah, I took a beating.
Yeah, the healthcare.
Yeah, it's
that
beating.
Definitely need to be. And it's crazy because these people make billions of dollars a year, and would not supply a guy who could have been an all-pro for however amount of years.
Yeah.
whatever, been a legend or whatever. And let's say his finances is not the same as it was 20 years ago, and he need a new hip.
Yeah.
He's basically screwed.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to
That's
that,
wild. Wow.
Surrounding yourself with good people, man. That way you're making the right, financial, decisions, man. I think that's a big part of it too. Being financially stable, being able to sort of handle your own business. And I mean, that's something I feel like they don't talk about enough. Like the importance of sort of like saving money.
Yeah.
And not really just saving money, right? Because nobody's getting rich from saving money.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you get rich from investing money. And so I just think it's another level we can go to, as far as that goes.
Man, you think they understand like that they need to save somebody? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody not getting the $40, $50 million contract. Some of these guys get literally making $700,000 a year. They might make that for 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we all sort of got the same issue though, is that, it's no matter how much money you're making, right? Like, where we from, it's, we feel responsible for mama, and we feel responsible for sisters and brothers and, friends. And I think over time, like that part of it becomes really, really heavy. Not everybody's able to take care of that many people, and while sort of continuing to kind of chase your dream and playing football at a high level is just it's hard. But I see a lot of dudes go through it, because I feel like we all sort of made the same promises as kids, right? Like it's we get a little money, we want to take care of our family, and a lot of times, man, that can set a player back. Like he could begin to spend more money on people around him versus what he's really spending on himself. Yeah. And so that's always a challenge. I think that'll continue to be a challenge because a lot of these dudes coming from poverty. Yeah. Well, I would say that not poverty, because a lot of these dudes millionaires now.
Yeah, pirate shit over with, buddy.
So they coming, they pulling up. They got better cars than you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not all of them are coming from poverty. Because a few of these dudes, they could, they gonna clear a couple $1 million before they even get to the big leagues.
Right. Right. So, but like the locker rooms you've been in, like, is there always been like a key guy or somebody who specifically was like, "Hey, look, man, look, young fella, take care of this money, man. Do a little investing. Yeah, this what I do. This what like."
Yeah, I mean, Larry Fitzgerald's, J.J. Watts, Patrick Mahomes, right? Like that's the way you do it. You first start with community though, right? Like, how can I get this community to embrace me? How do I embrace them? And but I think those guys are critical, because like those are the dudes that those young players gravitate to. They watch everything you do. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's important. Like for me, I never really liked wearing suits, right? But when I got with Larry Fitzgerald, I realized why he wore suits, right? Like, and it wasn't, he wasn't trying to like stand out, right? But he was trying to show you like, as far as business goes, like I'm on point. Yeah. Like I'm not just a football player, right? Like, and I can't play football forever. Right. So how do you set yourself up for life after football? Well, that's where the suits come in at, right? Like in the way you present yourself, and the way you talk, who you surround yourself with, what kind of initiatives, in the community you kind of getting behind. So I think dudes like that is extremely important. I think every locker room probably got at least one of those dudes that young guys can really get some real game from. Right. Yeah.
Bro, neither one of us, like, we not no Medicare experts, but what would you like to see change, like, with the current, like, health insurance deal? Like, is 5 years enough?
I mean, I just think that, man, like, if you play more than, if you play 8 seasons, 10 seasons, 12 seasons, man, I feel like you put yourself in a position to where, you should have lifetime care, quality care too, right? And I just don't get why we don't. Because if most dudes only make it 3 years, like how do we reward the dudes that stuck around, right? Like 8, 10, 12, 15 years. Like so, like I want to see that change, more than anything.
Man, you think the next CBA they should like push for like lifetime insurance, like you've been talking about, especially like with another game coming to schedule in the future?
Yeah, for vested players for sure, absolutely. And vested is simply, I think it's 3 seasons, 4 seasons maybe, and you have to play at least 3 games in those seasons for it to count as a season. So I think vested players that like I said, that's played a certain amount of years, they should be taken care of.
Yeah.
Like this shouldn't even be a conversation, should not be an argument.
Right.
Those dudes should be absolutely taken care of. I think they made enough money for the organizations to where the organization can take on that.
Yeah.
So, I think, I just don't like how they just, sort of like a, like wanting to replace you, like instead of like wanting to see you do well. You know what I mean? Like these teams can't wait to replace you.
Right. So, bro, we've been talking about his health care, and of course, like CTE has been like talked about. A lot of guys have ranted about it. And we seen Antonio Brown, his his account was like CTE something like that, and he just always posted crazy stuff. So, I mean, you gotta like kind of think that they would be like, this would be major, especially with the Guardian caps on now. You would think that this stuff is like talked about or discussed, but is that like a factor? Like,
well, first of all, we don't talk about it. Like teams don't talk about it. Obviously, concussions, like that was sort of a point of emphasis, but
it's on the rise too.
That's why you got like the Guardian caps. And, the way they sort of structure practices, right? And I think all that is to sort of minimize like head trauma. So, but yeah, like we don't necessarily talk about, CTE, but I think every player is aware of it though. And that's probably this. I think the reason people don't talk about it is because it's fucking scary.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is absolutely horrifying, right? To know that, not know, but to possibly wake up one day and you just not functioning the same.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's part of the reason why, players in particular, we sort of stay away from it because we're like, yo, that's
right.
That's scary.
Man, what's crazy is like, kind of think like sometimes how do people respond after just, because football is a violent sport.
For sure.
And just having your brain turned on to be angry or violent for so long, for so many seasons, like do that actually play a part into probably like player health as well, mentally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think some dudes kind of sort of get caught up in that character.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it. I don't want to call anybody out, but we've sort of seen that guys not being able to like redirect that passion, that you know what I mean? And I mean that's spooky, bro.
Yeah.
That is some spooky shit, man. I don't that is absolutely scary.
Man, the concussion, the numbers is just,
and then to know too, like they won't know until you die. And so it's not like something you can sort of get in front of.
It's just diagnosed.
Like they won't know that until they, kind of do what they do with your brain. That's probably the scariest part. Because most of us have been in control of our lives for so long. And it's like with things like that, man, it's like you
no longer
have no control. So I think it's tough for sure.
Yeah, happened though. Well, bro, we've been talking about change, and recently, just today, New Orleans has an inauguration for the new mayor, Elena Moreno. Well, what's your thoughts on like us having a new mayor and like things that you may want to see change or develop or just
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was time.
yeah.
I thought it was absolutely time for something new.
Yeah.
Obviously, the last mayor we had, that sort of ended in just a, I don't know what you want to call it, but it wasn't a good deal.
Pretty, yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah, man. I mean, Mayor Helena, she has a lot of work in front of her.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the recent budget deficit, that's the first.
Yeah, I mean everything's different. But from a healthcare perspective, from education perspective, recreational. I mean, it's just so much, infrastructure. Like it's so many problems we have, in Louisiana. But I think if I wanted her to fix one thing, or if one thing I could hang my hat on with her fixing, that I would say, oh, this was a good administration is like her impact on education and like recreation.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are we educating these kids the right way? And are we giving them something to do? Do they have enough, resources so that, like these kids could sort of function as kids and kind of grow into just great people, but how are we setting them up for that? So it's like that's one of my biggest things I want to see, really change. Is education and just like keeping these kids busy,
right,
with like quality constructive like work.
She just recently dropped her 100-day plan, and it's asking people to fill out a questionnaire, so she could actually get to know things people want to see done in the community, and a lot of people have talked about changing and what they should do and how they should go about problems. And of course, we done seen it since we've been growing up, but
politicians.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but like I said, she laid out a couple, a lot of things she want to get started with in her 100-day plan, and say infrastructure, just sidewalks and just repair projects that we see just be on hold. We see another one start not far from where one is, and it's just never complete. Just the little things that make life easier, just moving around in the city,
Yeah, I was gonna say that, man. Like, I don't care what we do, man. Let's just finish it.
Yeah.
Like let's finich it. Obviously too, man. Like this is a lot of people come here to have fun and celebrate, and just the potholes and just all those sort of things. Like man, come on, like we.
And it's like everywhere you go,
past due, man. Like this should not even be still talked about.
In some places,
it's not just downtown. Like it's not just the CBD. It's not just uptown. Like
places that have been like that for 30 years.
Like we need to impact the entire city.
Yes.
I think a lot of times we got stuck, on Canal Street or Poydras, right? And we want those places to look decent, and you could eat off the ground. You know what I mean? But it's like, you 2, 3, 4 blocks outside of those places, it's like no
Don't
attention.
go down that street.
There's no attention, though. Like no love, no care.
Right.
And that's hard. That's hard to stomach, bro.
Right. Man, but you grew up in what some people might call the undeserved community in New Orleans. What do you want to see things for like kids change around there, like where you grew up at?
Yeah, man. I just want to see, just like a solid recreational plan. Because you go to some of these other states, man, right? And it's, they got soccer, volleyball, right? Like these kids are active year round.
Yeah.
And, we get here and it's like, we don't even necessarily have the place to for soccer or, You know what I mean? Like a lot of times kids that's in New Orleans, they got to go to Mandeville. They got to go to Metairie. They got to go to West End to sort of get like that community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I feel like we got enough parks in the city. Like we got enough spots in in New Orleans to where like these families shouldn't have to drive to Metairie to get to be like in a safe environment that or to be coached by people that, you know, like love these kids. You know, like how do we create that sort of culture in our backyard?
I don't think it's hard to do it. You know, it's just about doing it. You know, like some of the blighted parks. You know, the courts that have poles but no goals. You know, so it's just little things like that that would definitely help out. You know, the undeserving communities. You know, like why are we not having the teenagers, you know, maybe from 13 to 17 and more programs in the summer? You know, we definitely need more swimming pools. You know what I'm saying? We see so many drownings, it's unbelievable. But if we start from little, you know, that grows. You know. But I definitely I hope we'll see a change with that. But I'm sure we will though. You know.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, because it's, you know, it's past, you know, we past due, bro.
Like I say, bro, it's some streets and some places, bro. These streets been messed up forever. Like that's all we know. You know what I'm saying?
And we need more community centers. Like we need more places that, you know, kids can go, that the elderly could go. That's like of real benefit. You know, like for the community. That's one of my problems with, you know, New Orleans is that, like, I've been trying to get a community center for years now, and like nobody has gotten behind me and said, yeah, like let's do this.
Right.
It's almost like y'all want to stay stuck. Y'all want these kids to continue to, you know, like not have, you know,
resources
right there. And I'm saying to myself, like why? Because if I was in Atlanta or Texas or Arizona, like those people it'd have been just so much money probably just got behind me and kind of made that vision come true. Yeah. But it's like here, it's like people they're not even pushing for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
Why not? But some people, you know, they'll wonder why people do things outside of their city because
I mean, I don't like that. You know, like if you have somebody that's from New Orleans, that's loves New Orleans, that, you know, and they want to do something great for New Orleans, I feel like it should not be a hurdle. Like that shouldn't be an obstacle. I feel like people should absolutely get behind that and sort of like push that forward. But for some reason, man, it's like, you know, here, people don't even care, you know? So I'm hoping this new administration, I'm hoping they just care.
Yeah.
Like,
you think they like waiting on like some private money to like do stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, we so broke here.
Yeah, we don't
have a lot of money. Then the money we do have, people stealing it and you know, it's all type of stuff going on, you know, so yeah, it's tough, bro. It's hard, but yeah, I think we definitely need more money for sure.
I mean, it's crazy because we have so many visitors per year that the city, if you look at the numbers, the city does make the money now. Where does it go? How does it get spent? Is another question because, I mean, you have local contractors who can be doing sidewalk work, who can be doing concrete work and doing repair work and stuff like that. But are they giving those guys contracts? You know what I'm saying? So are they giving it to XYZ who's giving them XYZ at the end of the day? You know, who knows?
Yeah, bro. We very, very bad at money management down here.
Definitely want to see a plan for Mardi Gras. You know, real true crime center, you know, just things like that. Like I want to see like how she handled it and how she go about it.
Yeah, I mean, she's been in the city council for some years now, so I think she has a good like feel for like what needs to change, like what has to happen. And so we'll see.
Man, what would you tell Mayor Moreno, like as a representative of New Orleans, how can she avoid the politician talk and make like real improvements in the community?
Yeah, like I said, man, just like getting out there, bro. Like getting out there in the streets, in the communities, you know, getting behind people like me that want to give back, that want to you know, have community centers, and you know, like you know, you want to include kids and elderly, right? Like just get behind people that really want to do it. You know, so that's my thing with us. Like, you know, we got some people here that care.
Yeah.
Like, get
we make
behind
it work.
us and let's push it forward. You know, not for our benefit, but for the community's benefit.
Yep.
You know, so I think we need to be able to do that.
Man, you think think the problems we have like with 911 working like such a high volume, like think she can implement a plan to get that down? Because probably right now, if you get in an accident, you call 911 in New Orleans, depending on where you are, you might be there half an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, like just waiting on the police.
I mean, well, you know,
don't let nobody point the gun at you.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta that you know, we don't have a ton of policemen though. Like, we don't have a lot of policemen. We don't have a lot of sheriffs. Like those jobs, like, you know, like people not just lining up to be that or do that. You know, so it's like, how do we get that? How do we recruit those people? How do we get people to want to, you know, protect and serve our community? You know, so that's a huge problem. You know, but we need more police officers. We don't have enough. So I think that's the effect of it.
Like, how you think the community feel about the police?
I mean, I think that people respect the police. For the most part, I think people respect the police. But yeah, for me, man, like especially down here, it's, you know, like if I was the police superintendent, right? Like, you know, you from the West Bank, right? So that's where I would put you at. I would put you in the West Bank, right? So like, if this dude was from 7th Ward, I would make sure that he was doing the 7th Ward, right? Because sometimes I think you get these issues where dudes, some of these policemen, they're not hip to what goes on in those communities.
Yeah.
And so you create tension and, you know, it's uncomfortable, right? Like, so it's like, how do we get guys that's from that community, you know, that people know is from that community? I feel like that'll be a different experience versus this dude coming over here and
he from California.
He from California. He from Metairie, but he's dealing with, you know, Magnolia kids.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's not
going to have a clue about what he getting himself into.
You know, so it's like, how do we identify that and put those people in those communities? I feel like it'll be a much smoother, like, operation. Just my take.
And that's just something that's just minor. You know, that's not hard to figure out. I mean, hey, someone just put them in the
Yeah, but I mean, the older I get, the more I realize that
it's not like that.
People do stupid stuff. You know, people don't do the right things a lot. You know, they do some stupid shit.
Right. Yeah, but does the negative stuff make people not want to join?
I mean, I mean, it's corruption and you know,
especially like I said, the police definitely had budget deficit cuts. Like,
this is like in every phase of life, man. But I do think sometimes, like, people don't want to necessarily endorse that or embrace that because of past experiences that they've had. But I think that's a community issue. Like that's us collectively, like, getting over it, so we can get somewhere where we could really start making like positive, like, change. You know, but I think so many of us is just stuck in our little bucket that. I mean, we can't necessarily see that. We can't see the help. We can't see people that want to see us, like, moving forward.
Well, we got leadership changes, bro. It's going all over the city of New Orleans right now, and in the NFL. Plenty of leadership changes happening. There are like currently like 8 head coaching jobs open right now. So literally 25% are open for like vacancy. You pretty shocked about that, bro? Like, that's kind of crazy, huh?
8 coaches? Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't have many coaching changes in your career. I mean,
No,
coaches, but
I took a lot of pride in that, man. I took a lot of pride in that. I ain't just play for myself or my family. I played for my coaches and my teammates too. Which brings me to when Dennis Allen got fired.
yeah,
And I remember he got fired, man. And I remember I just felt like so bad about that. Because when a coach get fired, as a player, you somewhat responsible for that. Yeah. Like maybe you didn't make enough plays, maybe you didn't play hard enough. Obviously, you didn't win enough, you know. And I remember standing in front of the team, the defense, and I was like, man, like if y'all don't feel bad about this, you know, we not in the right room. Like you know, like if you don't feel like you just got fired too,
right,
you fucked up.
Yeah,
you messed up in the head
for sure.
Yeah, man, because that's not an ideal feeling. You don't. People got families and people got kids, man. Like people get comfortable in certain communities, and for you to even feel like you played a part in them not being here no more, like that was tough. That's probably the only coaching change I've had, you know, in my life.
Mid-season type stuff.
That really somewhat, you know, affected me. Because I was messed up by that. I was like, man, we just got this man fired, you know? I mean, he's landing on his feet now, but, man, like, I'm, you know.
Oh, yes.
I was like, yo, this is sad.
And it's crazy how that worked. This man went from being fired to...
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach, you know? And, you know, like they say, man, one person trash is another person's treasure.
Always is.
And, you know, I mean, that's just life sometimes.
And Chicago Bears looking at them, they glazing at him.
Yeah.
But what you think was special about Dennis Allen, although he got fired?
Man, like his appetite for competing. Like he was a ultimate competitor. Like when I played for him, man, like his way of coaching defense, bro, like I've been around some good ones, you know, I had Spags, but you know, like he had a definition, like he had a term for like the way you was gonna play defense for him. And he had the plays to sort of like back it up. And I was just so impressed by that, man, because I'm like, this dude is like from front to back, inside out, like if you do it this way, this was gonna happen, and this is the result of it. And when we did it that way, you know, he wasn't lying, you know. But yeah, his appetite to compete, man, like that was surprising. That was definitely surprising because I knew he was a great coach. I knew he had some great defenses, but that competitiveness, like I wasn't able to see that outside the building. Once I got in the building with him, I realized like, yo, this dude really cares about, like he hates offense. Right. You know, he gonna figure out how to stop this fucking jet sweep. Right. You know? And that was just like, I was like, yo, this dude's legit. Right. You know, he's smart too. Very, very like cerebral and you know, like he allows you to sort of use the tools that you have. Like you don't have to do it. You don't have necessarily to do it his way, right? If you could do it another way, then do it that way.
Cool.
And he was like that, you know. Whereas some coaches, their way or the highway. Like with him, it wasn't really. Yeah. Some things you had to do how he wanted you to do it, but for the most part, like he allowed you to be yourself. You know, so and I think that's especially when you're dealing with like cornerbacks and you know, because you know corners are divas too.
Oh yeah,
you
for
know?
Sure.
So,
come on, man.
Yeah, if you're able to kind of get in those dudes' head and toughen
and get
them
to
up,
do what you need them to do.
That's really impressive. You know, so yeah.
Man, do you think most players really like understand the difference between okay coaches and great coaches?
I don't think people understand it until they get a bad coach. Right. And then they realize, oh, like this coach was amazing. Right. This coach was right. But yeah, I mean, for me, I pick up on it right away. Because just football terminology and the way you talk and present, yeah, you can't like, it's harder to fool me. It's way harder to fool me. But I don't think most people. I think some people when they get a bad coach, that's when they sort of like realize like, man, I had it good.
Yeah, I should have just
Because
listened. I was tripping.
they have some horrible coaches out there, man. I mean, they are bad.
So they're like, is there any like assistant coaches or coordinators or anybody you like to see like get a head coaching job?
Get a head job, man. Well, there's Kansas City's defensive backs coach, Dave Merritt. I think he's overdue for not even head coach, but a coordinator position.
Yeah.
I think his ability to develop players and get dudes to play. I mean, he got 6, 7 round draft picks. Them dudes play like first rounders. So guys like him. Trying to think, head coach. You know who I thought was going to be a head coach? Byron Leftwich. Because he was with us in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, man. I knew you spent a year with Tampa, but I thought he was just going to be like the next, black head coach. But he wasn't. So I don't know. We kind of got stuck at 3.
Yeah, we still stuck at 3.
So I know they got like the Rooney Rule and all that stuff, but
right.
We still ain't got that many black coaches.
And there's some vacancies out there right now.
So we'll see. But I think that Dave Merritt for sure. I would love to see him sort of take that next step, in his coaching career.
Right. Man, speaking of coaches, bro, one of our coaches just got an assistant head coaching job and running backs job at Arkansas.
Dave Johnson.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
Shout out Dave, baby.
Yeah,
congratulations,
man. Shout out Dave, man. I mean, they gonna get their ass kicked.
Deserved.
But I mean, college is different, bro.
He coming on over to the big boy league.
Yeah, he comes to the big boy league now. But yeah, I mean, Arkansas is all.
It's crazy. We never once said anything about Arkansas in the SEC ever.
I mean, they had Darren McFadden. They had a few years they was decent.
Yeah, some guys. It's crazy. Like I literally forgot. National Championship game is coming up, bro, real soon. And our friends at FanDuel, they actually had Indiana minus 10.5. Then it went to 8.5. This morning it went to 7.5. So I'm a little confused on this one because I'm trying to figure out how are they minus 7.5? Are they already been playing great? Lights out. But Miami has beaten 2 SEC schools and Ohio State in the same season, and they the underdog. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm a little confused, bro.
What's your deal with SEC schools, man? Are you still mad they didn't give you a scholarship or something?
Nah, man, I'm cool, but I'm just trying to figure out how.
No, man, I'm serious question. I think you hate the SEC, bro.
I'm saying it's been changing, bro. The landscape
you want
of
to see
college
them
football
lose?
is not the same, dog.
Man, you want to see them lose?
Hey, bro, this was going on. Them guys that was at SEC schools that was backups, they're going to other schools and they're playing.
That's true. Yeah, it's harder to keep. It's harder to hoard.
Yeah.
That's like when I went to LSU, right? I mean, we had our first, second, and third team. We all played in the NFL, right? So it's hard to keep those dudes at one school though for 3 years now. That's not happening no more.
It's difficult.
So I get that. I think that's sort of made it, little
probably
tougher.
why. That's what I'm saying. Miami defeated 2 SEC schools and Ohio State in the same season.
Yeah, but I think the reason they was able to do that is because
One, you got to have some ballers.
It's sort of the same philosophy that it takes to win in the NFL and it takes to be a dominant SEC team. It's trenches. Yeah. So if you got a big offensive line, and you got an active defensive line, like that's the game right there. You know what I mean? So I think Miami has that. That's why they was able to beat the SEC teams that you hate them so much. It's like they got 6'8", 350-pound linemen.
Yeah. So
they're able to run the ball effectively.
Right.
Then they got 3 or 4 dudes on the defensive side that
just
if you don't get the ball out in 2-3 seconds, they gonna take it from you.
Yeah, them boys really living by
it's not that I think they got a great quarterback or they got the best skill players. It's the trenches. And so I think if you know Crystal Ball, I think he sort of adopted that philosophy from Nick Saban.
Yeah, he said it too.
It's like, I'm going to get these big-ass offensive linemen, and then I'm going to get these active defensive dudes, and we're going to control the game. And that's really what they've been able to do, you know? So, but yeah, I think they're going to meet their match with Indiana.
I bet you would.
I just think those dudes is, I picked Indiana to win. So
yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, I mean, so who'd you pick?
I was rolling with Indiana too, but I mean, I'm confused by this, bro. I mean, I'm just confused. The line, like, I'm just 7.5.
Yeah.
After all that didn't been through this season.
What you think? It should be lower?
No, I think it should be a little less than that. I mean, the last game Indiana was like 3.5 against Oregon, who they already blew out.
I think Miami gonna get beat significantly. In my opinion, I think they're gonna get beat by 2 scores.
Man, that's gonna be a tough one, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not tough.
Hey, look, guys, check this out. If you're still trying to log in and get your bet on, visit FanDuel.com. If you're a new user, sign up, place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you're going to get $300 in bonus bets to use on the app, parlays, lines, player props, anything you want to bet on. Use your $300, make you some more money, baby.
Keep in the game up.
Shout out
to FanDuel, man. America's #1 baby. Sports book. Man, so seems like every couple months, our dude Zion, he in the rumor mill, tabloids, internet, for something about a girl or something to do with a girl.
Yeah.
I like the dude, man. I think the dude is really. I think he a humble kid. I think obviously he's really, really talented. But as far as his female companionship goes, like, I think he swing and misses a lot. But what's your? Do you have any dating advice for him?
Man, my dating advice.
He's still young, man. He's still fairly young.
He's still young.
A lot of money.
A lot of talent, like you said, bro. I just think he got his game got to be a little more tighter.
That's true.
I'm not mad at him, but your game got to be a little more tighter. Well, nobody not about to post nothing like that or do nothing. Like, come on, man. Like, at some point, he might have to start dating some older women or something.
Well, that's what I say. I think these women are. I think they sort of seeing how nice he is and genuine he is, and they sort of use it against you.
Right.
Right. I think he's been a victim of that.
Yeah. For sure.
But
100%.
I mean, definitely got to tighten your game up.
Tighten your game up, baby. That's my advice. Man, get one, chill out, relax. You know what I'm saying? And just have fun, man. But keep your game tight.
That's the problem with the young dudes, though, right? Especially the young ones that's getting money, is that like they don't have the same desire as me and you have. Like I think me and you somewhat okay with being with one chick the rest of the way, right? Like these new dudes, they're not living like that.
Hey, bro.
They don't want to get married. They don't want
anything
a family.
Out of the 2000s
They don't want anything to do with that.
They need 2-3 women.
Yeah, so this is like a
That's just how they
different.
living.
That's how they living, bro. So, dating advice, man. I would just tell them, quite frankly, bro, is, man, you better than that.
Yeah.
Like everything, all your business and what you doing, what you eating, who you with. Like that's not everybody's business.
Right.
Not
at all.
And I know he's had some ups and downs, bro, like injuries and just, things not going his way. And like I hope he doesn't like let that, because I feel like when you down, you're depressed, when you're going through some things, it's easy to start making, like it's easy to compound the bad decisions.
Right, with another one.
The bad choices. So it's like, how do we get him from out of that space so that way he's making good choices?
So what you would tell him, bro? Don't fall for the BBL?
Nah, I'm not even like a fan of that actually. But yeah, I think some dudes is. Man, listen, a lot of these dudes, bro, they, they ain't have
Just
it like
imagine,
that.
You under 30 and you got more than $30 million and you single.
I mean,
and you don't have no kids. Man, you about to
That's
pop
tough.
it.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. Cause a lot of these dudes, bro, they didn't have that sort of emotion in high school.
Right, without the bread.
So
without the height, Man, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't. I wish him the best though.
Yeah, bro. I wish him the best, bro. But like I said, man, just keep it game tight, bro.
So why don't you? You and Fat been together for a long time.
Man,
So what's y'all secrets? What's y'all secret, man, to success?
Years. Just the secret, man. Just do whatever that woman needs you to do. Don't make it hard. You know what I'm saying? Like we always, for the most part, we're on the same page. Like I said, we always, because ain't no such thing as always. But just being on the same page, man. Because one thing my grandma always told me, she said, this was my grandfather actually. He was like, you only need one person to always be in love. And he said, so I always made sure I was in love. So I never need nobody else to give me that love, because so, I try to let that stick with me, bro. Our little recipe, No matter how mad we get, arguments or whatever, I'm gonna find a way to say I'm sorry. No matter what. I've been saying I'm sorry for 11 years. So, that's one of the things too, fellas. Don't be afraid to say sorry. Just say sorry. I'm sorry, baby. You ain't even sorry, but you sorry. You gotta learn how to be sorry, not be sorry.
Yeah, we would have passed.
The male ego, is to say, I ain't sorry. I'm about to just walk away with it. I'm sorry, baby.
And that keep y'all together?
That keep us together. That keep the arguments down, bro, because people not together because of the arguments for the most part. It's always the arguments that's breaking people apart.
That's true. I think people don't know how to argue and get past it.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes to kill arguments,
Yeah, they don't know how to argue.
Yeah, you right, baby. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't know how to argue and separate that.
Because when you think about some of the arguments you had, when you were sorry 10 minutes later, you're like, damn, I could have just shut up. I don't even know why you said that shit.
That's true.
So I'm telling y'all, the secret is, sorry, baby. Try. They call me and tell me, man, that shit worked, bro. She up in there cooking right now. Like, you baking too. I ain't never seen a bigger.
Yeah. All right, guys. Before we get up out of here, I wanted to dip into the mailbag and see what you guys are thinking about.
If you guys have any questions, hit us up in the comments on our social media posts, or if you really want to get noticed, email us at inthebayou@the33rdteam.com. Now, Tyrann, we got a good question here for you from Chris Lott on YouTube. And his question asks, what was your favorite stadium to play in besides Tiger Stadium, college or pros?
Besides Tiger Stadium.
Now, give us one college stadium you like to play in, and give us one pro stadium you like to play in.
College, I'd probably say the Swamp, Florida.
Okay.
Gainesville. Yeah, that was. I mean, that's one of our rivals, but
Yeah, that's all you see as soon as you look up.
Yeah, that's a football. That's a football place, man. Just the environment, the atmosphere, like everything. The history, that was a fun one. I had a lot of good memories playing in Florida. And then I'd probably say the pros. I've always had great success, specifically in Atlanta. I used to love going to Atlanta, man. Every time I went to Atlanta, I just knew I was gonna get an intercept, fumbles, like something great was gonna happen for me. And it been that way too for about 13 years, 14 years. Every year I ever played in Atlanta, I just had a great day.
And didn't even go back to college.
That goes back to college too. Yeah.
Crazy.
But I'd probably say the Swamp in Florida, and then the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. Yeah, I think them the two right there. All right, Bayou family, that's all we have for this week. We have a lot more content on the way coming at you guys in the near future. We tentatively have a huge guest booked for next week, and I think a lot of people in the Bayou going to be excited about that one for sure.
Yeah.
And so just make sure you guys subscribe, man, wherever you watch and listen to us. Follow us on social at In the Bayou Pod, so you don't miss an episode. And we'll be back with another episode next week, and we'll holler at you guys then. Peace.
Peace.